Part 5 of this video series on the Mariepskop Pass covers the paved section of the descent. If you intend driving this pass, it's vital to watch the first 4 videos sequentially, which contain the Google Earth orientation clips, as well as other important safety, historical, technical and tourism information. One of the most important rules for descending steep mountain passes is to select the same gears that you used for the ascent. This will allow engine compression to slow your vehicle down rather than the overuse of the foot brake, which could lead to friction surfaces overheating and brake failure with possible catastrophic consequences. The boiling point of brake fluid decreases with altitude, which with a summit height of just under 2,000 meters and a descent of 1,100 meters, that this practice of controlling descent rate is clearly understood. Lying just 23 kilometers northeast of Mariepskop is the low-veld settlement of Hoedspruit, perhaps best known as an Air Force base. Mariepskop and Hoedspruit are linked through history. The first official landowner of the farm Hoedspruit was David Johannes Joubert. He arrived in the low-veld in 1844 and settled in the area between the Bladder River and what is now known as Sonspruit River. In 1848, on the 5th of May, he took the opportunity to register the farm for the first time at the land office, which was situated in Oorikstad. Thus it was in 1848 that Hoedspruit had any official recognition and registration towards the town and municipality that it is today. A few years later, in the 1850s, Oorikstad was expanding and becoming the central town in the greater region. However, at the time it was decided that only the older settlers should be allowed to settle in and around the immediate area. Anyone younger than the age of 45 was encouraged to move further away from the town and settle elsewhere. As a result, a group of young men, all under 45, made their way down the escarpment to settle in the area between the mountain and the Bladder River on a farm that they then called Jongmansspruit. A few of the other young men settled a little further on a farm that they called Welverdiend, meaning well-deserved, and yet another on a farm called Driehoek due to the shape of the farm itself. These are some of the original names that still exist in the area today and are all situated around the edges of what was the original farm called Hoedspruit. The name Hoedspruit itself was given by David Joubert and was directly as a result of an incident after a major cloudburst in the Mariepskop area in 1844, now called Sonspruit, which came down in a flash flood. During this event he ended up losing his hat in the flooding river. Bearing in mind that a hat in those days was a valuable resource for a farmer, this in itself was a major event for David Joubert, and as a result he then named the river the Hoedspruit, or the Hat River, as in the river that stole his hat. David Joubert also had a farm up in the Oorikstad area and spent his time between both farms. However, in 1860 he was sadly killed by a leopard whilst on his farm in Oorikstad. Be sure to watch part 6 of the Mariepskop Pass, which covers the 4.5 kilometers access road to the Glacieri waterfall. Whilst this detour is not officially a part of the Mariepskop Pass, we've included it in this video series, and it is most likely that visitors will want to see the impressive waterfall.